Welcome back to another edition of Sharing a Groove. I'm your host, Rob Carroll. This is the third and final installment of the Roosterwalk 16 review series. In the first episode, we talked about the setting, Pop's Farm in Axton, Virginia, the home of Roosterwalk. The second was all about the incredible artists and music and musicians that we got to take part of and listen to and witness over those 4 amazing days. But today, really getting back to the whole topic of sharing a groove, social connections, and the relationships built through music is what we're going to be discussing about. Obviously, the topic of the connections and relationships through Roosterwalk. It really is the friends that is the biggest reason that keeps us from Utah, especially me, coming back. And not just this Roosterwalk, but really from the last 5 years of us coming out and making the trip to Virginia. As many close friends know, I love a good slideshow. So in this episode, we are going to start this out with some pictures. But looking at those pictures, that really represents what sharing a groove is all about. It is something bigger than just music. It is people getting together. It's letting go for a few days, putting that job stress, that house stress, those responsibilities away, and just really connecting and finding your inner self. And that's really what's got me so dedicated and so emphatical about going to live music, going to festivals, is having that experience, meeting those people. For me personally, now have been to 2 Roosterwalks and 4 Yarnivals, and being connected with Grant and Chelsea, they've been 7 Roosterwalks, several individual yarn events on the East Coast, and Yarnivals. We don't just travel 2,200 miles for music. I mean, at this point, we come for the people. And at this point, Roosterwalk and Yarnival, they feel a lot less like festivals and really more like a family reunion. Some could call it a Yarniverse reunion. Once we showed up at Roosterwalk, my phone was blowing up. Are you here yet? Where are you at? When and where are we going to meet up? What music are we going to go see? That feeling, having people that when you're 2,200 miles away, when you arrive, it's something special, at least special to me over the last 5 years. Been able to just create such just great relationships with just amazing people. And starting the Yarniverse Facebook page only amplified that. It really gave me the chance to connect with so many people before I'm even stepping foot at Roosterwalk. So I do have to admit, I am horrible with names. I some days probably can't even remember my own name. I mix up my kids' names all the time. Like, I'm really bad at this. But faces, energy, smiles, I remember those. And seeing all of those familiar smiles, people I've met online, and being 2,200 miles from home, once again, just really never gets old, and something that I look forward to every time I come out there. So really highlighting the connecting on people, the Souders, the Wyckoffs, the Joneses, the Mabes, the Sullivans, your crew. I still remember Yarnaville too, which was in 2022. We hadn't got to our RV or our camp. We weren't there 20 minutes before I stumbled upon cocktails and kazoos at their camp. And since then, I've seen them at every Yarnaville, Roosterwalk. I text with them all the time, and I can't wait to see all of you, your crew, every time we come out there. Bob and June Petty, basically honorary members of the Utah crew at this point. As we were discussing music and what we were going to do and where we were going to go see, well, they want to see this, and they're part of this. And so definitely, I love the friendship. Grant and Chelsea obviously introduced you guys to myself and the rest of the Utah crew, but love you guys, and thank you once again for a great, great weekend. Danny Balfour, he is now the Yarn Travel Manager. I believe that's his title. I'm sure he will correct me if I'm mistaken, but this man keeps us supplied with more live yarn recordings than we could probably hear ever. And another thing about Danny is I'm involved in a lot of text threads with a lot of friends, and I probably get more text messages from Danny Balfour than anybody else, and I love it. Love the relationship. Love hearing from you. Hartso, Sawyer, I still remember Yarnaville 2, once again, 2022. We're talking. He asked, where are you from? I'm like, oh, we're from Utah. He's like, what? I still think he can't believe that a group of people come out from Utah to come to these events. And ever since then, I've seen them at every event also. Look forward to seeing you guys. Love staying in communication. Josh Mesh, another guy I stay in touch with regularly. Rabid yarn fan. He's always texting me, live calling me from shows, and look forward to so many more shows and coming out. Bob Adamak, every time we see each other, man, dude, love seeing you. This time, seeing you down the road a little bit, you've seen me. I came running, you were hobbling because, of course, you're in a brace, but dude, love the hug, love your pictures. You are an amazing photographer. I have several of your prints hanging in my house, and dude, love seeing you every time. Ryan McElreath, got introduced to you through Grant. And I'm just want to say something about Ryan here, something that him and I have been talking about on the underground. You Yarnavalians, I think, I don't know, maybe that's not something we should be, whatever. At Yarnaville, we are talking about maybe having a unofficial cornhole tournament this October. So more details on that, we'll let you know. Jim McCormick, another guy, the last Yarnaville 4, the very last night, late night at the Sugar Shack at Alder Creek Farm. End up sitting next to this guy, end up having a 45-minute to an hour-long conversation. Next thing you know, texting, and end up meeting back up with him at Roosterwalk last year. And this man, because I ended up being a late entry to Yarnaville, brings me a tent, sleeping pads, sleeping bag, and set me up. Dude, this guy is just fantastic. Stephen Jones coming through in the clutch this year. We had bought cooler and some camp chairs in the past, and we had left them at Alder Creek Farm. And I ended up getting a text message from Constance going, hey, can I send your cooler and your chairs down to Roosterwalk with Stephen Jones? I'm like, sure. And of course, when I get there, I'm like, hey, send them back. And Constance said, nope, they're not coming back here. I do believe those coolers and chairs are somewhere in the Cleveland area at this point. So they're out on their journey. Moving on here, Eric and Candace Wilson. Always love grooving with you guys during the yarn sets. Love your energy. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you guys again in the future. And Kelly Klein, met her at Yarnaville 4. Didn't even know really who she was, but over the last couple of years learned that she's deeply involved with Roosterwalk, working for Roosterwalk. And she was a huge help in helping us with our RV accommodations, helping us get our RV spot, and making sure that we had everything we need. And Kelly, it was so great to hang out with you and groove and party with you, sometimes to the late hours in the morning, and looking forward to many more of those nights. And then there was a lot of new connections this year. I'm going to try and hit on most of them, but 4 days, some adult beverages involved. My mind kind of slips me a little bit, but starting out with Ruth and Dave Wenzel. I've seen Ruth on the Yarniverse and posting all the time, commenting on her stuff, her commenting on mine. It was so great to meet you two. Dave loved the Bob Weir story. I actually want to get that documented if I can get your permission one day, because that's just an amazing story. Simon Richardson, Travis and Christina Tisdale talked about it in the first episode. Jay Frith, Brick, loved your food. And of course, getting some time to actually meet and have a conversation with Johnny Buck. Alyssa Burr and James Ernest, met you guys, now friends with you on Facebook. We're now connected. And looking forward to seeing you guys at upcoming events, especially there at Pop's Farm. And honestly, there are dozens more, probably way too many for me to name. But every single one of these adds up to this whole special thing that I hold dear to my heart, which is the connections that I have been able to build, not only through music, but through yarn and through Roosterwalk. So thank you to everyone that we got to hang out with, not only in the past, but this past weekend. And of course, I can't go without saying, getting to spend some time with the band. I know you guys are working and don't get to spend the time with us fans and so forth because you're concentrating on the sets, but it was great to be able to spend some time with Dana, Mandy, Andrew, Bobby, Ricky, and of course, Blake. And then I don't want to go without mentioning our Utah crew, the 11 of us that came out this year. It's a lot of work for us to come out there, especially 11 of us. Thanks for making the sacrifice. These are some of my closest friends, people I see on a week in and week out basis. And it was just fun to be able to have Party Will Travel and head out to Virginia. Tanya, Paul, Kim, Travis, Vinny, Tyson, Stuntman Mike, Grant, Chelsea, and of course, my beautiful wife, Natalie, and travel companion. We did have 7 of us packed into one RV. Yeah, it was pretty tight quarters. I think everyone's like, maybe next time we'll get 2 RVs or figure out something else. But that's just part of it. It's just part of the story and part of the adventure is making it work. So at the end of the day, I personally feel Roosterwalk and Yarnivals are the perfect trifecta. They've always been at an incredible location. Unreal music that we get to take part of. And the best part, of course, is just all the people that you meet and the connections that we get to have. So, with that said, Yarnival 6, October. Let's go. I'm just going to tell you, Utah, we're coming in stronger than ever for this event. So, all you East Coasters, I know that there's things that come up, but no excuses. I mean, you guys get to drive there. We have to fly and figure it out. So I am going to plead with you now. Get your tickets now. The reality is events like this take a lot to put together. Multiple bands, musicians, magicians, all the acts that are involved. And when people like Blake and Johnny Buck see there is support early, and of course support coming in the way of ticket sales, it allows them to plan and build bigger things for all of us to participate and make the event even better than what it has been, which of course in the past has been absolutely incredible. But definitely takes a lot of the stress off them if we purchase those tickets up front. If you're on the fence, or if logistics of camping or the situation of Pop's Farm is in question, please bring those questions to the Yarnival Facebook page. Yarn has created an official Yarnival Facebook page, or bring it to the Yarniverse Facebook fan page. This is a community that really shows up for each other, and we want as many people to be there. We want to continue to make those connections. We want to see our favorite band, Yarn, grow and expand. And so if you've got those questions now, we're more than glad to see what we can do to help straighten it up. Because that's really what this is all about, and this is what makes it work for everybody, is just that connection and how we take care of each other. So, thank you for listening to another edition of Sharing a Groove. This wraps up the Roosterwalk series. I'll be putting out some stuff on some more of the more local scene. If work continues to improve and money hits the coffers, I would like to be flying out to the East Coast to catch some more shows with all of you. And thank you to everyone that made Roosterwalk 16 so special. We'll see you soon.